So here we sit 25 years after the publication,
Yeah.
almost 25 years, coming right up upon it, of the Joy Luck Club, your first novel. That is like a kid in college being drafted by a Major League Baseball team, and the first time up hits a grand slam.
That was unnerving. I never expected to get published that first book. I mean, I had one published short story.
Yeah.
And I was a very pragmatic person. No, it'll never happen. Why does this agent want to? I said, you're never going to make any money off me. And this happens.
Yeah. You were a business writer.
I was a business writer.
You had a very different life, and you struck gold immediately.
And it's unnerving.
Well, I bet it probably is difficult.
Because it's almost spooky. It's like you won the lottery and you didn't enter. And you think something is going to catch up, and they're going to say, oh, sorry, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I was actually very upset. I cried the day my book was published because I was afraid something had taken over my life, and I had a very happy life, and that it was going to ruin everything.
Right.
So.
Did it?
No. But I had to stay very grounded. I had to say the thing my mother said to me, which is, don't let people's opinion change how you think of yourself. If people tell you you're great, 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 and they're always praising you, you're going to change unless you're very careful not to take that as the way you think of yourself. Because you could be on top, and you could very easily be on the bottom again.
Right.
And if you that's nothing you can control. I can't control these people from applauding, or you can maybe, but I cannot.
I use my power for good in that respect.
I cannot force them to buy the book, and maybe one day they don't buy the book and I'm down at the bottom, and I don't want to think of myself.
But of course, Amy, it makes me think about what it must have been like with the second and the third and the fourth book. These are all bestsellers, as we said, that you had extraordinary success with every book, and any one of the situations with any one of those books, Kitchen, God, Wife, or anybody else, any author would go, this is my entire life. But after the Joy Luck Club, which was just in 35 languages, has been in many printings and been movie and sort of all that success, you look at those other books and you go, others might go, well, compared to the first, it's just, but it's an amazing level and streak and.
Yeah, it's harder. It's harder and harder and harder. I asked Don DeLillo this question with my second book, does it ever get easier? And he said, no, it gets harder.
Yeah,
and I hope that he was wrong, and he wasn't. It gets harder because of expectations of the public and the publisher and yourself.
Yep.
And you have this feeling always that the reviewers are going to come after you and compare you to the other books you've written.
Isn't that inevitable? Yeah.
But, I always imagine all the reviews, the worst reviews that could come out about every book. And so I'm always surprised.
But you read them, because there are people, of course, who famously don't read such things.
I never read them. After the second book, I stopped reading them, and this is the first book that I've started reading them.
Well, they're good reviews.
They were great, and the New York Times one was great, and I thought, even if they were going to be bad, I thought, I'm an adult now.
Yeah, you can handle it.
8 years later, I'm older, and it's that lesson my mother told me, you are strong enough to know who you are, and part of it, who reviews it and what kind of review you get, that's luck.